right. Welcome to another episode of Brand Plan. And in this episode, we have a spot. Well, she's already a designer. She just works for other people, but she's aspired to have her own brand. I'm very excited. She's all the way in Milan, Italy. Am I correct? Yes. Okay. So I am Akari. I didn't even introduce myself. From Emerge Type, and as you know, we help direct to consumer fashion brands and designers just utilize their customers so that they can have a better brand plan, and also it could trickle down to their business and marketing plan and how they communicate and structure so that it can be a return in investment for their product. So a lot of the times designers just usually just go in and just make stuff and don't know who they're selling to. They have a product just sitting there and they don't really have an idea of what people like or how they shop or what's their shopping journey. And that all kind of plays into doing your market research. So with my business coaching, I focus more on consumer discovery and doing customer development. And so we're going to dive right into it. So, Anna, tell us about your background, what you're passionate about, what phase are you in as far as like your business life cycle with your own business. Let's get more into knowing who you are.
So I started my, let's say, career and my experience in fashion field was studying. I started to study in Milan for over 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got my degree as a fashion designer, and I also got a master's in fashion designer for women's wear. But after that, I got a job in a startup brand, Thomas Newman, as a footwear
Mm-hmm.
designer. As I was always so passionate about shoes, about heels, I love designing
Mm-hmm.
them. Even I got my master's in women's wear, so it's more about clothing, not shoes, not accessories, not bags. It's like completely different thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn. I had to go to some areas in Italy and to learn how, like how entire shoe process is, because it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
And um, and after I started my own brand with a business partner, but unfortunately it was
Mm-hmm.
pandemic times. We wanted to launch a collection of swimwear, denim, t-shirts, and like, yeah, sweatpants, hoodies, like that,
Mm-hmm.
and everything supposed to be produced in Italy. We started with swimwear, and we were working like with a super nice company um, in Italy. But unfortunately, we had
Mm-hmm.
three huge lockdowns, and in terms of timeline and in terms of everything, we couldn't launch as fast as we planned. Also, we started to produce some denim, but to be honest, it was my first experience to produce my own designs and to not like have help from like anyone outside. So I had to try um, by myself and learn from my mistakes. And yeah, let's say COVID times, pandemic in Italy, it was very tough to produce, especially if you're a new brand, a startup, because obviously they have brands, established brands, luxury brands with who they're working for like 10,
Right.
20 years, and they obviously putting them as a priority. They also treating you nice as a new startup, but it's not the same. So yeah, due to
Right.
all of these things, due to like really late like, receiving samples very late, and we had to we couldn't launch our brand as soon as we wanted to. We did a photo shoot and launched just a swimwear, but unfortunately after that decided kind of to close our brand because we didn't invest and didn't think how to market it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a big problem. Like, I mean, it's one thing to invest in a
Right.
good quality, in a product, and like this made in Italy saying to select good fabrics and to make nice
Mm-hmm.
classy designs, but to produce in Italy cost a lot. And so, like, it's really cost a lot, so you have to put price way higher, let's say like affordable luxury. But if you don't
Mm-hmm.
market it well, if you don't build like this, if you don't put advertising, if you don't put the right strategy, it's not really gonna work. So it didn't work in our case. And after that I sorry and after that, yeah, I was working in Milan in another shoe brand. They like, it's
Mm-hmm.
a brand and also it's manufacturer, located in
Mm-hmm.
area of Marche in Italy, and they're producing for kids, men and women footwear, and also they were like producing for many other brands like Bellman Kids, 11 and many others. So I kind of participated in that and made my collections and work. But yeah, like let's say mostly in shoes. And at the moment, I'm working as a freelancer, and I've learned and I kind of know now how to develop also handbags, backpacks. So like let's say
Mm-hmm.
accessories, bags, shoes, and clothing.
Right. So you have experience in the fashion industry, but getting your own brands off the ground has been the struggling point. And within like so many researches as has been done for over a decade, startups, fashion brands specifically, when it comes to apparel, the first 12 months is like where 90% of fashion designers fail because they did not plan accordingly due to market research, or burnout is number two. Well, I'm not even saying in order because it always changes, but those are always the main three. And the third one is they haven't allocated the funds correctly, because you're spending so much, like you said in your story, you spend so much time producing, creating, and generating a quality product, but then where does your funds go? Where's the funds coming from when it comes to marketing? Or like Louis Vuitton does, they gather up their highest paying customers, because I worked for them, so I know they gather up their high paying customers. It's a certain dollar amount. I'm not going to disclose that because that's sensitive information, but they allow them to witness a collection before even the consumers even see it, and they want to see, because those are the ones that are buying it. At the end of the day, your customers are your stars because they are keeping your company alive. You need to be very mindful of your customers. So yeah, I heard, yeah, that's what I heard, that's what I'm hearing, that you're not like really able to create like a marketing plan because you didn't have any money, or you were just penny pinching, so you guys kind of just let it go. Am I correct? Hello? Are you there? Hmm. I see you, but but your sound is out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay, I'm so sorry. So yeah, yeah, for sure
Okay.
you're right, and I also think that really big problem is not just, but I also think it's big problem on let's say working on that brand, but also a big problem on working me as a freelancer is that I'm kind of not focusing on one thing.
Mhm.
I'm focused on. I mean, I don't have like really focus. So I'm doing clothing, shoes, accessories, and I
Mhm.
also think that for that brand, we started to do swimwear after we decided also to do denim, t-shirts, hoodies, this and that, and maybe after shoes. So, I think
Mhm.
first to kind of communicate with your customer and kind of like, I don't know, to promote your brand, you have to focus on something like super cool, nice, but like one segment. So let's say it's
Mhm.
shoes or handbags, or and after you just like you know making this range bigger.
Okay. So that was going to be my next question. What are you most passionate about? I hear in your story that you have worked with swimwear, backpacks, shoes, and when I looked at your background, I saw you had categories with shoes and kids. I don't really tamper with the category of kids because there's just so many guidelines of like testing their clothes due to like fire, just due to like fire. No, I don't really want to get involved with that. But what are you like most important about? Because I mean, ultimately, the reason why anyone starts a business, it has to be like some type of burning desire that you want to start. So, what are you most passionate about? Like, what category?
Well, to be honest, I would tell you that my category is for sure something made from leather. So let's say I love
Mm-hmm.
leather shoes, like leather high heels, boots.
Mm-hmm.
I love handbags also made from leather, and my really big passion is leather jackets. And I know how to work with leather, and I've done some
Mm-hmm.
jackets before by my own, and it's kind of what I want to do in the future for sure. Like, and also shoes and bags, but just like I would really love to start with leather jackets.
Okay. What is it about leather besides that you're skilled in working with leather? What is it about leather that interests you?
I just feel so passionate about it, like because it can be. I mean, because it can be a bit more lightweight or more heavier. It can be so different. It can
Mm-hmm.
be like classy and elegant, but also it can be very modern and more like of a rock and roll style. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's like I think that the leather products it's more of a timeless piece, like that you want to have and that will stay for a really long time with you. And yeah, I mean, and it doesn't really matter it's a real leather or it's fake leather, but I just like this kind of a bit of heavy, I don't know, like this kind of cool leather jackets, and they can be super different. They can be light, they can be heavy. I just like, I don't know, it give me, I'm very passionate about that, and it give me confidence, and I really like, I feel powerful when I'm wearing leather, let's say.
Okay. Okay. Do you know if there is a market for a void, I should say, where you are in Milan, where there's not many brands wearing? Like, do you know how much it's generating, like small leather goods? Do you know if that's like a market that you can tap into? Are you
Well,
aware of any?
unfortunately, I think that because I was thinking about producing in Italy, opening brand in Italy, in Milan, but
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that it's like very expensive, and the second
Mm-hmm.
of all, it's, you know, because I'm not Italian, I'm Ukrainian, and I
Mm-hmm.
would tell you for sure that Italian people wouldn't buy um, something from a brand, even if it's made in Italy, but it's made by Ukrainian person. It's like it has to be, like established Italian brand, or someone Italian.
Mm-hmm.
It because I don't know, but it works like that. I don't think I can really grow or I can start my business there at the moment, because I mean maybe I can start and produce, but I have to find another market because I don't think they would go for it. And I always thought that I would really love to start my brand and to produce in Ukraine, but I'm trying to figure out how can I do that if I'm not there and if there is a war and this kind of things. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling to understand where can I produce and what can be my um, yeah,
Your
market.
outlet?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so my next question is so you would rather are you going like the brick and mortar outlet or are you interested in doing e-commerce?
Yeah, I would be interested in doing e-commerce, for sure.
So if you're interested in doing e-commerce, possibly start doing research. This is up to you. This is all up to you. I'm just giving you suggestions to kind of just maneuver. But it sounds like Italians usually go with the more established and they are not so hung up on independent emerging fashion brands. So tapping into your social media and seeing who will buy from you, like starting to do pre-orders or just doing sketches to see any type of inquiring mind and grabbing that data to see where the leather market is tapping into. So you stated Italy is not really prone to, so maybe somewhere else, maybe United States may be a big market for you, or maybe London may be a market for you. um Let me see if I'm still logged into my thing. Let me see. So we can do a small leather goods. Let me get my password. We're gonna go and do a live look into the database for, where's my password? Here it is. Log in. All right. Share screen. All right. So leather goods in depth. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So leather goods in depth market analysis. So we got here the global leather good market expected to increase from US $351.8 billion in 2023. So this is a big market to tap into. What to expect? Yeah, even though luxury online sales are gaining market share worldwide, the importance of the physical store continues to increase. Companies follow different strategies to augment their retail experience in the days of e-commerce. Interestingly, digital-born luxury companies are now opening physical stores to increase traffic to their e-commerce stores, enhance brand legatum. I can never say this word, but I'm gonna give this to you. Download. So starting to stop. So starting to see where your sales are going to e-commerce, you can start doing e-commerce and then gradually go into pop-up shops. Pop-up shops are like the cheat code to seeing if you want to actually open up a brick and mortar. That is like the number one strategy. If you don't want to rent out a whole space, I would suggest collaborating with maybe like a clothing brand, and then you having shoes, so that can be like not competition, but a person can walk in and say, oh, I'm just shopping for such and such, but hey, I see that you're selling shoes. I can, this is a one-stop shop, so now I can get an outfit, get accessories, shoes are over here for the day. That is like an ultimate guarantee sale. So now that they can see a full outfit on as well as their shoes, that's, you're psychologically getting in the mind of a person, because a lot of people are not visual people. They need to actually visually see what the outfit looks like, and then they're sold on, okay, I want this look. I don't want to walk out the store because they may not have my size. She may not be back here. Whatever the possibilities are, that'll be a guarantee sale for them to do that. But I would suggest a part of your planning to start, kind of just seeking out on social media, whatever platform you want to use, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. Pinterest is very, very slept on. A lot of people don't use it, but Pinterest is very, I use it for my other business because I do styling and image consulting, but Pinterest is like my main source. I have over 300,000 monthly views, and a lot of my website traffic comes from Pinterest. That is my number one um, social media traffic. But just seeing, you have to throw out bait to see where it is, so you can start collecting data, and as far as you collecting data, you then can start making little tweaks. I can't just tell you what to do because I don't know. Everyone has their strong suits, everyone has their superpowers, everyone has their strengths. So I can kind of give you tools and guidelines, and then you have to wait like a couple of weeks, and then we just kind of just dissect data so that we can start making the tweaks that's appropriate for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to keep unpeeling the onion.
Mm-hmm. Understood. No, and I agree completely about Pinterest. I love Pinterest. Like I'm using it usually like yeah for like inspiration. Yeah, for
Hmm.
inspiration for my designs. For making a mood board. It's always helping. Very helpful.
Yeah. Try using it as putting up like a sketch,
Mm-hmm.
just like a mock-up sketch, and add a link to it.
Mm-hmm.
Add like a Google form link or to your website or whatever. You got to have an end plan to it. That link will grab some data to see where they are, what time. It'll grab all the information that you need to do so that you can kind of say, okay, this is picking up traction. I wonder what it is. Let's continue unpeeling it. Maybe it's because of the color of the garment, maybe it's the style, or maybe it's the trend. Okay, well, this one's not working, so let me not try this design right now. I mean, let me put this design to the side. You just have to kind of just keep throwing out bait and see what is working. I definitely do that. I definitely did that with my book cover. I couldn't decide between two book covers, and I did that on Pinterest. I knew Pinterest was my number one source, but I did it within my Pinterest, and one of them was getting a lot more traffic than the other one. And then I also have a built-in newsletter, so I was able to also ask them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a newsletter? Do you have like your own built-in customer source?
No, unfortunately, no, not really.
Okay. Well, that's okay. It's okay because we're in the world of social media, and social media is free market research if you use it correctly. So,
Um,
yeah, I would start with using. Mhm.
mhm. Sorry, I was just like I wanted to say that I was using just so far Behance. You know, like it's where you can post your portfolio, and I posted some of my works there. Um, and yeah, I can definitely see and analyze. Like you can press likes. People can, you can check how many people have seen that. Like how many people like that. Like I
Mhm.
mean, comments. I don't think you can write comments there, but like I'm not sure. I don't have any comments, but definitely I can see which project is more likable, and how many times people seen it, and it's like it's very good to understand what. Yeah, yeah, it's like I like Behance.
Like,
It's like you can post any of your projects, and you see like yeah you see feedback, and also you can communicate, I guess,
mhm.
with people. Like anyone can write you a message, or like there's also some vacations for jobs, but like I never applied for anything there, but it looked like kind of cool place to check out your works and the reaction of people around.
Okay. Yeah, Behance is more for showcasing your portfolio, to show your work, but as a business owner, you need to dive in more. You have to see what is relevant to the buyer. So I stated, have like a Google form, is that you can add in the picture like, what do you like about this image, or do you like whatever the end goal is. You need to dive in more so that you can keep unpeeling and take the guessing game and assumptions out, because again, we don't want you to lose money, time, effort that you put into creating this product. So that's why I said you got to have an end goal. Your website is fine, but you have to keep unpeeling. Do you ever notice that when you buy something online, you get surveys and they ask you like, how did we do? Or how was your product? That's because they're trying to keep business with you so they can continue doing what they're doing, or they have to fix whatever's wrong with their business.
So it's kind of, yeah, keeping a questionnaires, let's say, right? Like surveys and yeah,
Yes.
like that's yeah, it's very
Yes.
interesting idea. Like it's I'll definitely have to start doing that.
Yeah, just take it little by little, because um I can tell you're more of the creative, so it's probably like going to be a lot, but just taking a simple picture and just write, what did you like about this pic? What did you like about this shirt, or whatever picture you drew? What did you like about this shirt? You have to say shirt or dress. Don't just say image. You have to be very, very specific. Um, and see what they say. And when you see what they say and you notice a pattern, like I really love the color, or I really love the silhouette, or I really, and if whatever they keep saying, take that and keep unpeeling. You got to keep unpeeling.
Can I also ask you
Right?
if you think that posting and let's say making these questionnaires in LinkedIn is a good idea? Because I mean, honestly, I
Yeah.
have, yeah, I have so many like friends and connects there, but I never posted anything. I don't know why, but I always just use it as a for my applications for jobs. But maybe it's a good idea to
Mhm.
start posting there. Like I see many people are posting these questionnaires, like many brands.
Mhm.
And like yeah, and I think it's working well because the engagement they get is pretty good. Like a lot of people are voting.
Yeah, any type of social media. LinkedIn is more professional, but they're still fashion designers, fashion illustrators. I mean, I have ads from Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Tiffany's, like that just get floated because they pay for ads. But any type of social media, wherever your people are, and you get the most engagement, go for it and keep collecting data. There's no to anything. Like if Twitter is your platform, go for it. If Pinterest is your platform, go for it. If YouTube is, go for it. Keep asking the questions and see what sticks, and when it starts sticking, go for it. Keep going for it. Keep asking questions, but also throw in, your fashion element. It shouldn't feel like work, but I mean, it is work because it is your business. But find where your people are, and then when you see where your people are, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, there's Threads. I mean, there's so many social media platforms. Just throw the bait out and see what is sticking, and when it's sticking, keep going for it. Keep going for it and keep building it. And that's also another way for you to just build momentum for your brand, for what you want to pivot yourself into. And also just collecting feedback, what they like about a competitor. That's another thing that you should be looking whenever you close down on what category you want to go into looking into your competitor and see what they're doing and what people like about that competitor, so that you can do it better, or you can fill in the void that they're not filling.
Understood. Yeah, thank you. This is very insightful.
Yes. Yes, I know this is like a lot. That's why I don't like to do it too long, because market research can definitely be like numbing for the brain. So, did you have any additional questions, concerns? Are you going to attempt some of these strategies?
For now, to be honest, I feel like it's already some information, like for me to, like, yeah, to process. I definitely have to start posting my designs and my sketches into Pinterest, and like kind of yeah, I have to communicate more and post, like, let's say my work and my vision in any of social yeah, social networks. Unfortunately, I haven't been doing that at all. um, yeah, I have to develop myself there, and also I was doing some research about some competitors in different areas, but I guess I just have to get more focused and to analyze the sector that I really want to working on more. But it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm thinking about my future brand, let's say what I will do, but meanwhile
Mm-hmm.
I'm working as a freelancer, and I'm kind of, I like doing many things. So like if there's potential client is calling me, writing me about a shoe collection, I would be happy to do a shoe collection. If meanwhile I have to do clothing
Mm-hmm.
collection and tech packs, I'm also happy to do that. Like, so let's say meanwhile I'm working on different areas, I have to decide for myself what I'm going for and what I have to focus for my future brand. Like, I can still work, I think, in many direction and sectors as I wish, but in the end I have to decide, because I cannot be like designer of everything, right? Like, it's not, yeah, like it's not like even many
I
fashion
find
brands.
it
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, I find it more productive when you hone in on a niche, especially when you first start. Um, you will be more focused. You won't be all over the place, and it won't translate very well. And it'll translate very well to your audience. I mean, I didn't understand it before when I was like young and just trying to figure it out. But when I honed in, is like when everything was just up and up.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like, it's just the,
So,
even if like going back to history for some brands, fashion brands, like, and it's not like famous luxury brands. They were famous for like many, like sectors or designs. Like, some of them they were more focused on bags. Some of them they were more focused on shoes. Some of them are more focused on clothes.
mm-hmm,
And now they're like, most of them they're producing everything. But yeah, I guess like to get more recognizable and like to launch your finally to launch brand, and yeah, to show the world my vision, it has to be more
mm-hmm.
focused. Like, yeah, the area has to be more like specific, not everything, for sure.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton only started with luggages. I hope everyone, if anyone looks at the history of stuff, Louis Vuitton only sold luggages when they first started. So, and then now it's like years later and they have a whole lifestyle brand. So, don't feel pressured by looking at other brands and social media. A lot of brands, if you look at the history and read the background, they've only started with one product, and then that product multiplied into multiple colors. It was still one product, but they just remixed it with a different color, or they added a flare. So don't feel like you have to pressure of doing like 50,000 products. You could just do one, and that can be your number one seller.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's just like, I feel like a bit of, I mean, not pressure, but like this, nowadays in this reality, where we're living, it's many, they're always like every day almost you're discovering like some new brand, like, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of sometimes when I'm checking a new brand and I'm seeing it like, oh, I like that, that, and that, and like there's just like three products or three different designs, and you feel like, no, 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 it's not enough. I want to have more choices, like more, like, yeah, so I can choose more things. And I feel like, it always have to be okay, maybe not all segments, but let's say like shoes, but still I would always go for like, different types without heels, more elegant, classy,
Mhm.
with high heels, sandals, sneakers, and like I'm trying to think either to make an entire collection or just once I decide to do something, you can just launch by pieces, like let's say capsule collections, just like few drops in a month or in two
Mhm.
months and once you start marketing in a right way, I think it can be a really good idea, or to launch entire thing,
Yeah.
entire collection.
Yeah, but you are starting out. We want you to work smarter and not fail and waste money, energy, designs. So, starting out with one again is more ideal. A lot of those people probably have resources. They have, they have the money to waste. So we are talking practical here, and starting out with one or two is good enough. I want you to know this. But you also just need to make smarter moves, and you have all the resources to do that when you start utilizing social media, because people are out there. They're willing to participate. And if you actually have live designs, like you have your designs, like the shoes or any type of leather stuff, get one of your girls or get an Instagram model, an influencer, and have her put it on and put on your live, and hey guys, I'm Anna. I made this. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? Do you like the length of it? Do you like the silhouette? Do you like the color? Whatever it is, I made this with such and such type of sheep leather. It took me X amount. Just give them background, have fun with it, but also know at the end, at beforehand, of what type of income, what type of end goal you want to get out of it. You wanting to produce more of this jacket, so you need to have certain questions already pre-planned
Hmm.
to ask these people so that you can see what type of engagement that you have. So doing lives every week where you create stuff on your own and seeing what the feedback is, and also just drawing up stuff and mocking stuff up and posting it and seeing what the action is. Um or actually doing a live mock-up where you're screen recording. Like, there's just so many ways that I can go on and on. Yeah, doing like a screenshot mock-up of making a garment and actually posting that and seeing what they think of it. Oh, when you were at minute whatever, I like that silhouette versus the end product. Like, just paying attention to the little things. And so yeah, this is what I do. I help designers, direct to consumer brands, during the post design pre-production, so that you don't waste so much money. What you guys see on the internet, these people have resources, they have money, they've been out for so many years, but in reality, people are just starting out, and in a lot of the times, people don't have the business background, or they don't have the fashion background. So yeah, just start out small, take your time, use the tool set that's out there, which is social media. Social media is a gift and a curse, but use it for what it is. And yeah, just make your business what it is.
Understood. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Mm-hmm.
It's very insightful. I'll try to follow
Yes.
instructions.
All right. Well, this was Anna from Milan. I hope you guys found this very, very helpful. This is very, very similar to what my business coaching is, but we could definitely get more in depth. I don't like exposing people's personal information. I have integrity. But like how I pulled up with my database, I went on Statista. I know Statista gives you guys like free a couple of free reports, but the report that I am going to give her, I hope you guys saw that report. It was about like $1,500, but because I have a yearly market research, that's a part of the coaching. So she'll get that for free. Um, So this is why market research is very, 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 very expensive due to the fact that we are grabbing data and you're spending so much time talking to people, analyzing, strategizing, putting a plan into effect. And it's just a lot that goes into it. But we have social media. We have social media, and there are people who are actually in the industry, like myself, and definitely talk to people on a regular basis. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you are interested in my group brainstorm session, I have that every third Wednesday of each month with a group of people, or sometimes, it's the summertime, it's only one person, so which is fine. But if you guys are interested, definitely log on to emergetype.com/events. Or if you want one-on-one coaching, I'm definitely also available for that as well. All right. So my name is Makara Reed. This is Anna. Say bye to Anna. And definitely chant her on so she can start her brand and get it going. All right. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.